Немецкий боец Стефан Пütz по прозвищу Т-800 стал настоящим открытием в M1 Challenge. Огромный, атлетичный, техничный и невероятно харизматичный. У него были все качества для настоящего чемпиона, которым он сходу и стал, выиграв в драматичной битве у Виктора Немкова. После чего одержал еще ряд побед, в том числе и против действующего чемпиона организации в тяжелом весе Марcина Тybуры. Потом был реванш с Виктором Немковым, и ученику Федора все-таки удалось по раздельному решению судей вернуть себе пояс. И вот 27 мая 2016 года на турнире M1 Challenge 66 в Оренбурге Стефан начал свой новый поход за поясом чемпиона. И надо признаться, что желающих биться с ним в ту пору особо-то и не было. Рашид, Юсупов и Виктор Немков на том же турнире бились друг с другом. А все остальные бойцы по разным причинам от встречи с Терминатором посчитали нужным уклониться. Кроме одного.
Меня зовут Сельцов Андрей. Я профессиональный боец ММА. Я представляю клуб Нордланд, команды ММА Север и команду Stage Pro. Воинскую службу проходил в разведывательной роте специального назначения «Беркут». Из армии много вынес, много дала армия для меня. Появилось большое боевое братство, товарищи, друзья, которые будут поддерживать меня и болеть за меня в этом бою. Во время службы в армии стал чемпионом северо-западного регионального командования по дзюдо и по рукопашному бою. Получится нокаутировать стойки, нокаутирую. Я благодарен М1 за возможность выступать на их турнире в данном бою. Для меня это новая ступень моей жизни. То есть это шанс показать себя, показать свой город, свою республику, свой клуб на международной арене. Стефан, готовь свое железо под мой бронебойный.
На бой с Пюцом вызвался выйти боец из Ухты, Андрей Селецов, представляющий команды ММА Север из Республики Коми и Stage Pro. Будучи не так давно бойцом разведывательной роты специального назначения «Беркут», Андрей после демобилизации сосредоточился на различных видах единоборств и стал чемпионом Республики Коми по боксу, боевому самбо и смешанным боевым единоборствам. На профессиональной арене он провел 6 поединков, 5 из которых праздновал успех, и завоевал титул чемпиона организации White Rex. Для Селецова бой против экс-чемпиона M1 Challenge стал на тот момент самым большим вызовом в профессиональной карьере. Но и сам боец и его команда приняли этот бой с большим энтузиазмом и намерены были сполна воспользоваться предоставленным шансом, чтобы заявить о себе на мировой арене смешанных единоборств.
M1 Global presents.
Компания Великорос выпустила новую, уникальную коллекцию русских джинсов и слаксов из плотного 100% премиального хлопка. Высокое качество ткани и безопасные красители, современные лекала и безупречный пошив. Все это гарантирует прекрасную функциональность и долгий срок службы. Прочная и надежная молния, которая точно не заест и не разойдется в ответственный момент. А металлическая брендовая фурнитура придаст вашему образу нотки неповторимого стиля от настоящего отечественного бренда. Предлагается уникальный ассортимент расцветок, 12 цветов для джинсов и 12 цветов для слаксов. Подобного разнообразия нет ни в одной джинсовой коллекции во всем мире. Бросьте уже эти тертые голубые американские джинсы и выбирайте правильные джинсы, правильных цветов от компании Великорос. Переходите по ссылке в описании, там вас ждут отличные качественные вещи и подарочные акции.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event of the evening. In the blue corner, Stefan T800 Pütz. In the red corner, Andrei Seletsov. And as you can tell from the promos, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fight that many have anticipated. This is a fight, a clash of ideals, styles, and nations. We've got a Russian special force operative known as the Spetsnaz. And you've got Stefan Pütz, the former M1 Global light heavyweight champion, who he himself says is made of steel.
Well, Stefan just missed with that knee there. It was just clinching the side. Seletsov coming in strong, goes for the double.
Now, we've had a long discussion about what we believe Pütz should do and change and whatnot coming into this fight. We both picked him to win that first fight. Oh, takedown early there by Seletsov.
Seletsov's strong, he's heavy on his opponent.
Oh, they nearly both fell out the ring there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're heavy on your opponent. Referee wisely just lets them stand where they are, back in the normal position. Yeah, Seletsov's got a tight clinch.
The crowd is chanting Russia big time. Seletsov is a former member of the Spetsnaz, the Russian Special Forces, and eventually transitioned to MMA and has now compiled a 5-1 record, which includes a 4-fight win streak, which led to his eventual M1 global signing. Now, this is a huge task ahead of him in his M1 debut.
Well, it'll be a big feather in his cap, a huge feather in his cap if he beats Stefan Pütz.
Well, something like this, a win over Stefan Pütz should automatically propel him to a title shot, just by in terms of elimination here. He's taken out someone who reigned as M1 Global's light heavyweight champion for nearly 2 years, who won the title in a Fight Tonight performance, who lost it in a performance we both believe he shouldn't have lost it over. Something that we should definitely note, though, Ian, is that Pütz has gotten used to fighting 5-round fights. This co-main event is not a 5-round fight, it's a 3-round fight, and he's a bit of a slow starter. So I wonder if that's going to affect him this time.
That's the problem with Pütz. He doesn't push for the finish as quick as what other fighters do. You know, he grinds you down, wears you down, and then by the end of the fight, he's willing to knock the ball the points in the rounds. So hopefully he's went back to the drawing board after his last loss and tried to push things just a little bit quicker. But you never know, that might be his style, he may never change. But we'll sure find out. Well, that was a beautiful jab there by Seletsov.
Well, the Spetsnaz are trained in a particular form of hand-to-hand combat known as Sistema. Debates have raged back in the day over which system of self-defense would be more beneficial in reality, whether the Spetsnaz hand-to-hand combat was more beneficial. Now, I actually asked Seletsov what he thought about this. The way he explained it to me was that the hand-to-hand combat he learned was used to, and I quote, dissolve and exterminate an armed enemy.
Well,
he's quite serious about it.
Well, he has to exterminate the T-800, that's for sure.
Certainly does. Man made of steel here.
Well, I did notice Stefan Pütz took a few punches when he was trying to go in to get the clinch. We know that Stefan Pütz has got good knees. He fought Marcin Tybura, the light heavyweight and the heavyweight champions both fought together, obviously Pütz being the light heavyweight, and he beat him, and how he beat him was with those knees. So we know that he's got great knees, but he needs to be careful because he's taking punishment as he's trying to close the gap.
Should also note that Tybura went on to the UFC shortly thereafter. Pütz has slowly taken over the round.
Yeah, slowly but surely. You took the words right out of my mouth. Seletsov did come in strong. He was heavy on top of his opponent, but it looks like the tide has turned. Stefan Pütz is now starting to take over. Like I said, Pütz is used to the 5-round war. So 3 rounds, you think he would go that little bit heavier and that little bit harder in the earlier rounds.
Fighters are just slow starters, and it's something they can't seem to get out of their system. You end up starting slow, you work your way up from there, and somehow they end up...
nice grip.
And right into a corner, too, where Pütz can't really get himself aligned again. The referee warns for shots to the back of the head.
You know, shots like that, they're not intentional. Through a hammer fist, they just seem to land on the back of the head. Oh, he let him back up. That's strange to let him back up.
He looked quite confused on the ground there. He looked like he could have passed guard, opted not to, kept punching, got punches to the back of the head. The referee warned him, he decided to stand up. It was quite an odd sequence of events for Seletsov, but let's not forget he is 5-1. He's still remarkably inexperienced in comparison to his opponent.
Course, yeah.
Certainly. And he's never fought on this sort of a stage before. He's fought on the Russian regional scene. All 6 of his fights were on the Russian regional scene, but they were on much, much lower shows, many of which don't even stream live.
There's a beautiful knee coming in from Stefan Pütz. He knows his knees work. His knees are one of his favorite moves. But this is where Seletsov was heavy on top position.
But do you think those takedowns were enough to snatch the round, though?
I'm not sure. We did see Stefan Pütz come back stronger at the end of the round. But again, he got the end. Seletsov got a takedown right at the very end. Hammer fist on the back of the head, then stood back up for some reason. Whether he thought the referee shouting at him for hitting him in the back of the head meant he wanted him to break, I'm not sure.
Get out and close.
course.
Would have been quite a surprise given that the referee and Andre are the ones that speak the same language. But then again, it's a fight and anything's happened. Things are going through your mind. Maybe nothing's going through your mind at all at that moment. And the referee, interestingly, there was wiping down Seletsov.
He's just doing the same to Stefan Pütz now.
I see.
It's only water. You know, I watched the corner men. They threw water over Stefan. It's not oil. Now let's see if Stefan Pütz reaches forward to try and get a clinch instead of using his fists to get in. There's that knee.
Pütz has always had good movement. He's always known how to use his reach as well. Sometimes lets it get at him. But
He needs to let his hands go. See there, he's reaching again. He's reaching again.
You beat me to it, Ian. It's always been my concern. It's always like, I just want to see just one step further. He's got the arsenal. He's just not applying it the way he should right now.
Pütz just threw kicks in the knee, but he hasn't threw a punch yet. We're nearly into 1 minute. There he goes for the takedown. Punches can set up a lot of things. The punches set up the kicks, the punches set up the takedowns. Nicely done into half guard.
And
He's mounted. He's mounted.
There.
This could be big trouble now for Seletsov.
And look at Pütz walking him away so he can get a clear angle, and that's experience right there.
Yeah, you got to be aware of what's around you, and obviously what's around him is the cage wall at the bottom. You know, you can climb up that and get a reversal, and he gets it. He gets it. He gets it.
And that was brute force too. That was more force than technique, if anything there. That's serious power.
Stefan Pütz has to get back to his feet. He does. Well, he was in a dominant position. Yes, the knee's going to come in. There we go. You know, that's twice that gum shield has come out the mouth. If Seletsov keeps dropping that gum shield, it could be on mouth guard. I apologise, gum shield is the English word. Mouth guard is the international word.
It's perfectly fine there. Mouth guard, gum shielded, both. Everyone recognizes what just happened there, and we've seen it in several other fights earlier. Fighters pushing out their, or throwing out their mouthpieces to get a moment. You never know that's exactly what happened, but...
Well, if it comes out again, it's either a badly fitted mouthpiece, or he's trying to look for a rest.
Well, a lot of fighters don't get the personalized mouthpiece. They buy the ones where you just have to really bite into them and use them, and those definitely aren't as effective or as protective as other ones.
Referee breaking it for some reason.
And tells them to resume.
Well, it looked like Seletsov need Pütz to put Pütz just carry it on. He wasn't interested. Don't stop the fight. I am a machine. Just let it keep going. Nothing down there to hurt. All metal.
Ever since we started doing commentary together, I have not seen Pütz get stopped in a fight. Even when he lost to Nemkov, he lost a very, very close decision. I've never seen him get anywhere near close to being stopped. So he's as much machine as he is man, as far as we can prove.
Nice clinch.
Again, I'd like to see him take more advantage of the clinch. He's clearly in control here of Seletsov. I'd like to see more knees. I'd like to see more punches. We're not seeing either.
I would definitely like to see more punches from Pütz, you know, especially from the outside. He reaches in a lot to try and get the clinch work. He's got the hands together. If he clasps the hands together, this could be a takedown. Not a free again. Well, it's definitely a Pütz round.
Just over 60 seconds to go. Tough to see momentum shifting in this round.
I think it's the grind that Pütz does. You know, like we said, he thought he won the last fight that he had, but this is the kind of thing he does. He grinds on you. He pushes you. He wears you down. You know, some judges look at you pushing your opponent up against the ridge, and they say, is that enough to win? Obviously, it wasn't in his last fight. He's doing the same thing here, so let's hope the judges are on his side tonight. If he gets a takedown here, this will solidify the second round.
Well, the difference I'd say in the last fight was that Nemkov...
Nice
Very
takedown.
nice. The difference I'd say was that Nemkov was very capable of striking against Pütz. He used his jab well, he stuck on the outside well, he played the game well.
He's going to get
Pütz.
reversed again. Oh, wow. Just turned his hips at the last moment, did Pütz.
Learning from his mistakes, staying focused, it seems. Very aware of what's going on around him. That first one looked like a slap to the back of the head, but I'm going to assume it was a punch to the back of the head.
Well, that was definitely a Stefan Pütz round.
Certainly slight,
Hard to see who got the first.
yeah, slight question mark there, Ian.
Basically, it could be this round to play for.
But take a good look at Seletsov. Doesn't seem to have the same shimmer in his eyes as he did walking down to the rage earlier. It was a big ask for him to come here and beat the former champion. But then again, this is MMA.
Well, you know what they say, believe is to achieve, so he obviously believed in himself, otherwise he wouldn't have took the fight. You know, it's a big fight for him to take, but, you know, you beat Stefan Pütz, that just shoot right up to the M1 table.
Well, it's a win-win situation as well. He wins, he gets shot up the rankings, but if he loses, no one's going to necessarily throw him out. If the promotion would say he's not worth coming, they'd say, well, he lost to a former champion. It's legitimately a win-win situation for him. I can completely understand why he took the fight.
Well, we're going into the third and final. This could be anyone's fight, although Stefan Pütz seemed to dominate a little bit more in the second. The fight ain't over, nice shot. Close the gap immediately where Stefan Pütz is comfortable. Yeah, Stefan needs to use his hands a little bit more, even just for little things like that to get the shot. Make your opponent look like you're going to punch him, drop down, take the shot.
But still in control here.
Yeah, Seletsov obviously knows that he was down and switching his opponent now. He's want to take control of this fight. Definitely wants to take control of this round. I mean, for those watching at home, you know, it looks like they're just grabbing a hold of each other and putting each other up against the ropes, but there's a lot of skill going on, and this is one of the moves that gets you exhausted more than anything else. You can kickbox, you can grapple, but the standing grappling work here, up against the ropes or up against the cage, it is exhausting.
Very underrated and very underappreciated by crowds. They don't tend to enjoy this, what they see as a stalemate in the fight. But like you said, Ian, it's grueling effort. It requires such an effort from the fighters, from both ends really, the attack and the defense. But it's exactly what Pütz seems to be most comfortable doing in this fight.
Well, the thing is, a round is only 5 minutes long. If you can control your opponent up against the ring, up against the cage, you know, for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, you've won that side of the round anyhow. And then if you're separated and you're doing a little bit better, just slightly better at the stand-up, you get one takedown, you've won the round. You know, it's a tactical move. Nice knee. Going high there, he went for the face, just missed it.
Might not be the most appealing strategy, but it certainly is strategic.
Well, we're halfway through this round. Stefan Pütz has had his opponent up against the ring for the duration of this round, so he's winning this round thus far.
The crowd trying to cheer on their own, the Russian Special Forces operative.
That's what I'd like to see Pütz do more. See the nice little uppercut he gave. The more you give your opponent things to think about, the more things you can do to him. You know, you make him think that he's going to get hit, you get the leg like that, take him down.
Well, Pütz has got the variation in his game. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. But those early rounds can be so costly if he does not watch out.
Well, he's in half guard. Must be careful he doesn't get reversed here. The weight is coming over.
A little less than 90 seconds to go in this fight.
Like we say, we
just smothering him
we
down.
saw Seletsov use his pure raw strength to reverse Pütz. I don't think he's got the energy left this time. Again, he's mounted. Oh, did I speak too soon?
Wow, you
that
can
was
hear him
close.
just scream
That was
there.
close. I think whatever he had left, he's just used it up. He's got under a minute now to finish him. Yeah, Pütz might have been caught off guard the first time, but definitely not in this round.
45 seconds to go. This co-main event of the evening.
Oh gosh,
The former light heavyweight champion just in
They're
dominant
solid.
position now.
Solid shot.
That's exactly how you want to finish this fight.
Tournament telling him not to stop. He's going for the arm triangle. Needs to be careful not to lose position. Once he secured that arm triangle, he could have jumped aside. But, you know, with only 15 seconds left now, he needs to just stay where he is, throw it down, and finish this fight comfortably.
Final seconds of the round. Seletsov was unable to lift him off him again.
Oh! Not enough. I don't think it's enough.
And certainly too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a unanimous decision. In favor of your winner, Stefan T800 Pütz.
Stefan Pütz, команда MMA Spirit Германия. Stefan Pütz. Наши аплодисменты Андрею Селецову. Андрей, мы тебя благодарим за поединок. Ну, скажи буквально несколько слов, чего не хватило для победы, что скажешь о сопернике?
Ну, очень мощный парень.
Недооценил?
Не, дооценил, конечно, но первый опыт на такой арене дал свое, взял свое, вернее.
Что скажешь по поводу организации турнира M1 Global?
Все шикарно. Говорил вчера на пресс-конференции. Спасибо Вадиму Финкельштейну и всей компании. Спасибо ребятам, которые меня поддерживали болезненно.